day, doing another roof replacement. We have missing shingles on this one. We're taking care of it though. We got all the old shingles off of the roof, right down to the decking. Put all new underlayment, ice and water, drip edge. You're gonna explain every single roofing component. You're gonna be like, we're putting our GAF, I don't know their colors. I'm just saying this because GAF's here now, but I usually use Serpentine. We're doing some wet and wood, and it's trying to help everybody out here, the best I can. And basically, that's going to be it. And the customer, you'll be able to use that on your social media. You can also use it as a Facebook ad. You can use it on your website. You can use it when you're going to go to the customer's house and you need to show them the video of how a roof's installed. It's going to be really clean and quick, and it's gonna show who you are. It's okay if you mess up on the video a little bit. Like, they want to see that authenticity. They really do. That's what people are looking for these days. So then I recommend always having a drone too, because if you show up with a drone, they're like, oh, what's that? I've never seen one of these fly before. You have a whole 15-20 minute conversation about the drone, and then you're up there in the air. And he's like, oh, I can fly high. You're standing there with the homeowner, you can take a bunch of pictures, and so now you have pictures with the homeowner in front of the house, and that can be used for your website. And then if you can catch it, if the homeowner is outside at the end of the job and they're super happy, you want to find them when they're in their happiest moment. You can say, hey, can we do a quick little testimonial? And then just get them on the camera and you ask, how was your experience working with it? It only has to be 15 seconds of them talking, saying, oh yeah, they did a great job. That's just proof for the next customers that you have. Let's see. So this is my creative timeline. I go through this strategy on every one of my videos. So I would definitely, if you guys get into short form content, if you follow this, you'll have 10x results than doing it without it. So I either do significance, prominence, unusualness, or timely in my content. So significance would be like a roof giveaway in Hope, Michigan. Wherever your service location, you're going to use that in the hook. The hook is the caption on top of the video. So you're going to say roof replacement in Texas or wherever you're at. Another example would be solving a problem with ice dams. So up in Park City right now, there's ice dams on every single roof. And it's just how can you go in to that community, make a video, explain what ice dams are and what you can do to prevent them. Well, it's not only significance, but it's also timely. So sometimes these all kind of work together, and if you can make your message have all of these things, the significance, prominence, unusualness, all in one video, that's what's going to work. I'm going to show you an example soon on what that looks like. You can also do, the storytelling. Someone said, what's your why? People get into business to help their community or change people's lives or this or that. Why not make a video about it? And tell your social media or people on social media, why you got into business. Oh, I'm here to help my community and I want to make a difference. There's a need for roofing around here. Somebody reputable that has a good warranty and I wasn't seeing it, so I fixed that. And then we're going to go into the caption. So that's where a lot of your targeting is. So the caption is just like what you write on the video. It's not going to be the hook on top of the screen. But it's going to be something, related to where you're located, because, so if you search so TikTok and these other social media platforms, if you use hashtags or other things, you can search different things, certain locations. Well, if you say, for me, Hope, Michigan, if you search that in TikTok, I'm the first video that comes up in that area for roofing. So anybody else that searches that, it's not the hashtags, it's just the caption. So that just picks it up and I'm the first one. And then as far as the hashtags, I use roofing contractor, metal roof, all these things that contractors are interested in. But if you're trying to target homeowners, you're going to want to use your local community, like Hope, Michigan, or Keweenaw Peninsula, or Isle Royal, all these things that are around your local service area. You're going to use those hashtags. And that's going to really help you out. And then as far as the formatting, you're going to want to make sure that you have the right format on, these videos. I see so many roofers that have these horizontal videos on a vertical platform, all these short form video platforms. It wants it to be the tall way. So then you want to, find a viral sound. I usually try to find sounds that have less than 200,000 videos, but more than 10,000. And what I'll do is I'll go through the videos and I'll look at which ones were like 2 days old, 3 days old. If I'm looking through the trending sounds and there's like 2 billion views on this trending sound or whatever, but it's all posted like 3 days ago, I know right away that that's going to be the one. But sometimes I'm spending 15, 20, 30 minutes scrolling through looking at sounds of different creators, you know, trying to find that one sound. And what I found is that it's actually harder to find the sounds as the more established you get. And so it's interesting because I run these other social media accounts, different stuff will come up on the For You page. And it seems like when you first start an account, it kind of gives you the trending sounds, it kind of helps you out. I swear that after I've done what I've done, it's gotten a lot harder. It's almost like the algorithm is pushing me to be a better creator. Okay, so yeah, call to action, you know, especially for those, you know, videos that you're on the roof doing, you know, the Facebook ads, you're gonna wanna say, you know, call us today or whatever. That's when you wanna use that call to action. If you're wanting to say call us today or schedule your inspection, that should be all paid advertising. That shouldn't be on your organic. 5 to 8 p.m. This is an example of using everything. Elon Musk, prominence, unusualness. And so, I mean, you know, it showed the weird product and how it got better, and telling a little story in there too. So, got the good hook, the interesting product, solving a problem, telling a story. You know, what not to do. My buddy Phil here, working for Roofing Utah, I'm like, man, this short form video content you're doing isn't looking too good. Well, guess what? I did the same thing when I started. So I can't really talk crap. So that's when I started. It was even worse. I didn't even have a hook. And then it got to this, and it's all yellow, like that doesn't look good at all. And now it's kind of looking like this. So like you can see the difference, but when you first start off, you almost just don't have the eye for it. This is like tips from the experts. So Rich, you know, Roofers Helpers, do you guys know that social media account? He posts all that stuff across Instagram, Facebook. He takes like this, you know, the most satisfying roofing stuff where guys are on the edge of the roof or whatever. And he has 300,000 followers. He says, don't be advertising to other roofers. You know, use local hashtags, comment on local businesses' posts, and join Facebook groups. I mean, if you just comment on people's posts, like this is Northern Michigan University, Michigan Tech, I mean, and then, so basically, like, they're doing this ice carnival, and it's like, can't wait to see the sculptures. If other people in the community are, you know, looking at that post, they're gonna see Crown Roofing, and then they're gonna be like, oh, cool. Well, Jen Silver gave me a great tip. I'll tell you guys about that if you ask me later, but what she did was she gave a roof away to a vet, and she used social media to network with the key individuals in her local market to be able to make that happen. And then, I don't know if you guys know Roofs by Don, but he says, record your process and be yourself. This will lead to having a tribe of followers who are engaging in your work, in the work you do. So it'd be nice just to have, you know, 100 likes on everything because you got a good following. And then, you know, additional tips, find what works and do more of that. Show your core values to short form video. You won't see the initial return, I'm gonna promise you that most of the time. It's gonna be that thing, you know, if you're in this business to help the community, well, you're helping the community, you're posting on your social media, it's not something you're making a profit off of probably right away. Don't be the 20-year roofer that has nothing to show, and less is more. I'd rather have I'd rather have more quality content than a bunch of garbage. So there's my contact information. If you guys want to reach out to me, feel free and check out my page. And if you want to get set up with Company Cam or any of the other innovative products I have, you'll find it there. And let me know. But any questions? Yes, sir.
Do you want to film outside of TikTok so you can repurpose your content, or film directly through TikTok?
So that's a good question. So you actually want to just use your phone on the normal camera roll, but when you go into these, I find the best performing videos are when I go into the platform like TikTok or Instagram, and I find my own trending sound and I re-upload the stuff from my camera roll. When you try to, you know, save the video from TikTok and repost it on other platforms, it can read that. So I would recommend, oh, that is dead, I guess that's good. But yeah, you're definitely gonna wanna you're gonna wanna do it kind of separate, but you can also use an app called Splice, and that'll make your job a whole lot easier. That's usually what I do. I'll put one video together. It's a mobile app. You can just dump the stuff in there. You can do B-roll and all that stuff super easy, and you can post it across all the different platforms. Yes, sir.
You upload your TikTok, like your best video to your website, so that people pull your see that?
Yep. So what I do is I use this one tap mini website. So as soon as I get a lead, I send them the link to this card, and they can see, you know, all my testimonials. They can see a short form video. It's like my 2021 roofing recap, like all the roofs I did, me smiling and this and that, using the Equipter, and then I send it to the school, and they're like, oh, using Equipter, it looks awesome for trash management. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Go ahead. So when you're starting from basically scratch, like on social media, how are you choosing who you're following? What does that process look like?
Yeah, so that's a good question too. I mean, so you're gonna want to be following the people that you're trying to. You don't want to be following a bunch of roofers, because then you're just gonna be like kind of getting that crowd. But follow people in your community, you know, realtors and news people and, you know, other key people in your community, and just start posting and engaging with them, liking their stuff, commenting on their stuff. Just being that kind of person, you know, you don't have to go too crazy on it.
I'm just thinking, so do I work or do I?
Make videos?
Yeah, TikTok all day.
Well, that's the thing. So I'm working with Company Count, and we're gonna make a step-by-step process. So in the to-do list, you'll just be able to give that to your project managers, your sales reps, your crews, anybody on the job. You say, get these videos of each step of the process. And then you just have all that content. I call it loading the clip, preloading the clip. You know, it's like, okay, I have all this content, now what can I do with it? And so that's my answer to that. Just take it as you're going. You know, some of my best content was just me walking around with it recording, and my guys say, where'd you get those boots? And then I'm like, oh, maybe I get the company to give you some, you know? And then I post that 3 million views, and next thing you know, I got Wolverine sending me 50 pairs of Red Wings, and everybody else trying to send boots to the crews, so. You know. All good?